pre-decrement addressing mode. In the previous class, we studied register indirect with post increment. Okay, so if we have an address register AJ plus, so this addressing mode, you consider addressing mode. Which addressing mode is this? Register indirect with post. Post means after. With post. And why it is increment? Why it's not decrement? Why it is increment?
Plus operator, sir.
Because we are using a plus sign. So we are using a plus sign. For this reason, we call it register indirect with post increment. But if we want to represent another addressing mode, which is register indirect with pre-decrement, how we can write it? जी बेटा.
सर ऑपरेटर को पहले लिख लेंगे उसको.
So which operator? Plus or minus?
Plus operator.
No, it is decrement.
Minus decrement.
Yes, minus. So it means, so if we want to represent a register indirect addressing mode, so minus a k. So this addressing mode is now register indirect with what?
Pre-decrement.
Decrement. So now I will explain this with an example. So in all classes we are doing it with an example. So now let's assume a scenario. That we have an address register A3, and the contents of this A3 is $00000. Sorry, I'm erasing this one. 00 F016. So to which location it is pointing? To which location it is pointing? So it is pointing to a location in memory, and it is this location.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's assume if we have a register indirect with pre-decrement. So let's assume we have an instruction like this: move R3 minus A3. Move R3 minus A3. So actually this instruction is equivalent to two instructions. So in this mode, what we will do? So first we will decrement A3. So we will decrement A3. So A3 is equal to A3 minus. So how we can minus? We can minus 2 or minus 1. And why it should be minus 2? Why minus 2?
Bytes.
Because the size of the data is 2 bytes. Okay, the size of the each word or each data is 2 bytes. That's the reason it's minus 2. If the size of each data is 4 bytes, so how we can write it? A3 is equal to A3 minus 2. First A3 will be decremented. It means first A3 will be decremented, and then we will access the memory location. So it means that A3 will be decremented and R3. So it means that now R3 will be equal to memory. Now we are pointing to a memory address that is pointed out by this value of A3. So now the new value of A3 will be different. So it means that first A3 will be decremented. So what will be the new value of A3? What will be the new value of A3 if it is decremented?
$1122
00 F0
14.
14. So it means it is, if it is 14, so it is pointing to a new memory location. So which is that memory location? This memory location. And what is our operand of interest? So the operand of interest is $112 instead of 562A. Instead of 562A. So actually, which value will be moved into R3? So let's assume that R3 has a value. Initial value of R3 is, let's assume, the initial value of R3 is 0, 0, 0, 0. So what will be the new value of R3? What will be the new value of R3?
$1122.
Yes, the new value of R3 will be $1122. So the difference between the register indirect with post decrement and with pre-decrement is that in register indirect with post increment, first the memory location is accessed, that is pointed by the that address register, and then the address register is updated. But in register indirect with pre-decrement, first the register is updated and then the memory location is accessed. So did you understand my point? बेटा समझ आ गई बात या नहीं आई?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it means that it is first decremented and then the memory location is accessed. Okay, so now we will study another addressing mode that is called as register indirect with displacement. So now we will study another addressing mode. So that addressing mode is register indirect with. Okay, so now, so the register indirect with displacement is mentioned. So in this case, so control. So it means that in this particular example, the operand will lie. Where the operand will lie? Because we are using register indirect.
Memory.
Will lie in memory. Very good. And the address of the operand. Now, because when the operand lies in memory, so we are interested in address. So the address of the operand, the address of the operand is specified. So it's specified by the address register plus offset. Now, what is an offset? I will explain this. That what is an offset. Okay, so now let's assume a scenario. So this, how do we represent this register indirect with displacement? So it is represented by like this. So this addressing mode is represented by like this. It is offset and AK. And what is an offset? Gee, what is an offset? What is an offset? जी बताएं बेटा. So this offset is a constant. This offset is a constant. So this offset is a constant. Okay, now so let's assume a scenario. How will we explain this? So let's assume I will explain this with an example. So now let's assume we have this 0, 0, F 0, 1, 1, 8. Okay, so now let's assume this address is 018. So now we are erasing this, and now we are drawing a rectangle here. So now we are drawing a rectangle here. Let's assume we have a rectangle here. Okay. Okay, so now let's assume we have an address register. So let's assume a scenario. We have an address register, and the value of that address register is, let's assume it is A3. So A3, the value in A3 is $00 F012. What does it imply? To which memory location it is pointing? बेटा बताएं.
सर R1 की.
सर R1 की first.
F012. To which location it is pointing? First location. It is pointing to the first location. It is pointing to the first location. Okay. So now, if we want to point to the second location, so what should be the offset? What should be the offset? +2. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
If we want to point to the same location, what is the offset to the same location? +0. If we want to point to the same location, if we want to the next location, the alternate location, G, what will be the offset? If you want to point to this location, what will be the offset with respect? What will be the offset with respect to F012?
4.
+4.
+4.
Yes. And what will be the offset if you want to point to this location, F018? What will be the offset?
+6.
6.
Because 8 minus 2. So actually, if we want to, okay, so now if we want to point to this location F018 without changing the value of A3, so what we can do, so now actually this is your offset. So now this is our offset. So how the offset is calculated? G. So now let's assume if this is the element that we want to access. Let's assume this is the element that we want to access, but the value of the address reaches is A3. So how the offset is calculated? जी बताएं. Offset is equal to
जहाँ data पड़ा है इसकी location minus.
yes. So actually we can do it like this. Offset is equal to desired location minus
Current location.
So now the desired location address is, what is the address of the desired location? So it is the address of desired location. So the offset is equal to address of desired location minus address of current location. What is the address of desired location? $F018 minus F012, and it is 6. Am I right or not? And I already explained this with an example on the right hand side of this offset. Did you see this? Okay. Can the offset be negative? Can the offset be negative? I'm asking a question. Please reply me. Can the offset be negative?
सर अगर वो
yes सन अगर
desired
F018
location
से
से
F012 तक जाना होता.
Yes, it's also like this. But let's assume that we have now A3. A3 is fixed. A3 is fixed. So let's assume, so the offset is in this particular example, if we go downward, so the offset is positive. But if we go upward from here, the offset is negative. You got my point or not? So you should look at the current location. So the current location is F012. The current location is F012. So now let's assume that if we want to have the, so let's assume this address is F010. So this location is F010. Then we have location F010. So F010. So if we deduct -2, so what will be the new location? F00E. And above location will be F00C, and above location will be F00A. and above this location will be F008, this location. So there are 4 different locations. So what will be the offset? So in this case, the offset will be -2. For this, it will be -4. Then the offset will be -6. Then for the above location, the offset will be -8, and it will be -10. Am I right or not?
Ji sir.
Okay. So actually, in register indirect with displacement address, so we have a location in memory. That location in memory is pointed out by an address register. We can have a positive offset or we can have a negative offset. If we have a positive offset, so the operand of interest will be in the downward direction or the upward direction?
Downward.
Downward direction. If that offset is negative, so the operand of interest will be in the upward direction or downward direction?
Upward.
Upward direction. Okay, so now we proceed further. So how we can do it like this? So let's assume we have an instruction. So we have an instruction. So now let's assume we have an instruction something like this. Control U, move R3 or R1. Let's do R1. Okay, now we are specifying the offset. Then specify the offset 6. Move R1 6 A3. So okay, now there are two different values. Will the value of A3 be changed or not changed? ये बताएं. I'm asking a question.
There no change.
There will be no change in A3. Okay, there is a change in A3 if we are using register indirect with post increment. There will be a change in A3 if we use register indirect with pre decrement. समझ आ रही या नहीं आ रही? Because in the
Yes,
previous
sir.
example, so it means that in this example, the A3 was changed, at which it was decremented by 2, and in the post increment, it was incremented by 2. But in this case, A3 will not change. So in this case, the address of the specified address register for offset, and the other thing, the address, the value of the address register. बेटा बंद करते थोड़ी सी echo आ रही है. The value of the address register is not changed. बेटा mic off कर दे please. ठीक है? So the value of the address register is not changed. Okay. So now we want to move R1 into A3. So it means what is our operand of interest? Let's assume the initial value of R1 is 3214. Okay, to which address A3 is pointing? A3 is pointing to this location. What will be A3 plus 6? G. So it means we are now pointing to F018. So the new value, then what will be the new value of R1? G बताएं बेटा.
000 $000.
Very good. So the new value of R1 will be $0000 for this instruction. Now let's go with another example. So now let's assume if we write an instruction like this, move 4 A3 comma move 4 A3 comma R2. So let's assume we have this instruction, move 4 A3 comma R2. Okay, now let's assume a scenario. So let's assume that the value of R2, is 1 to A B. What will happen? G. What is the operand of interest now? 4 A3. So which memory location it is pointing?
F016.
F016, it is pointing to this memory location because A3 is pointing to this location, and because the offset is 4, so it is pointing to this location. Okay, now if it is pointing to this location, now memory is destination or source?
Destination.
Destination.
It is a read operation or a write operation to memory?
Write operation.
Right.
Write
What
operation.
will be the new contents?
1 to AB.
$1 to AB.
$1 to AB. So this is now the new value. So now move with another example. So now we will also do another example. So let's assume we have this instruction. So this, okay. So this is a positive offset or negative offset?
Positive.
Positive offset.
Positive.
Okay. So now we will do with a negative offset. So now let's assume move R3, R1, R2, then R5. Let's assume R5 and minus. Now minus, I'm using minus offset. So minus offset, it means if I'm using a minus offset. So let's assume if I'm using a minus offset, and let's assume the operand of interest is this one. So let's assume this value is $259C. So okay, so actually we are using move R5 minus 8 A3, and let's assume that the old value of R5 is 1100 $. So if you look at this addressing mode, so actually this is our source or destination? You बताएं.
Source.
Source. And what is destination?
R5.
R5. R5 is your destination. Which operand of interest we are accessing? This is our operand. So minus A3. A3 is pointing to this location, but we are adding an offset. So which location we are accessing now? If you look at here, so the operand of interest is this one, and we want to access this data. This data will move from memory to 259C, and the new contents of R5 will be dollar what?
259C.
Thanks. Okay, did you understand this point? Ji, did you understand this point, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
I have a question. And actually I will correlate this example with your C. Actually, if you remember that in the previous class I said when immediate addressing will be used. I asked this question: when immediate addressing will be used? G.
Initializing constants.
Initialize a constant. Very good, very good, very good. So if you want to initialize a constant, so you will use immediate addressing mode. Okay, so we all agreed on this. Now, when this register indirect addressing mode will be used, please correlate it with C or C++. In which scenario we will use register indirect with pre-decrement? In which scenario we will use register indirect with post-increment? And in which scenario we will use register indirect with displacement? अब समझ आ गई बात? It's a question, and if anybody will answer, he may get some bonus mark. जी बेटा. So now my question is this. When so when will we use register indirect addressing mode? So now there are different scenarios of register indirect addressing mode. Okay, so there are different scenarios of different register indirect. There are three variants of register indirect addressing mode. What are these variants? बताएं.
Post decrement.
Post increment. So there are three variants, and then it is post. The first variant is post increment. The another variant is pre
Decrement.
Decrement.
decrement, and the other variant is
और सर
with displacement. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So there are three different variants of register indirect addressing mode. Okay, so when will we use this? If we think of the C++ example, जी बताएंगे बेटा. Any clue? Any hint?
सर जो उसमें हम A++ यूज करते हैं पोस्ट के लिए.
What is A++? What is A++? क्या what is A++? What is
पोस्ट
A++?
सर
पोस्ट
वो
इंक्रीमेंट.
A+1 होता है
Post
actually.
increment.
What is A+1? मुझे नहीं पता. A+1 या आप तो you're doing an addition. A+1 is an addition. A+1 is an addition.
सर A+ करते हैं हम उसका पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट के लिए और प्लस A यूज करते
सर-
हैं हम उसके लिए
जी बेटा
A
बताएं.
इंक्रीमेंट के लिए.
ए
हाँ,
प्लस प्लस जो होता है सर वो प्री पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट के लिए होता है, मतलब नेक्स्ट लाइन पे जाएंगे उसकी वैल्यू अपडेट होके 1 हो
What
जाए
is next
उसकी
line? What is next line? What is next line? Define next line.
सर वो तो कोड हम बना रहे होते हैं ना, तो उसकी वैल्यू आगे
What is a code?
increase हो
What
जाती
is a code? कौन सा code? Which code? Please be specific. Be specific. I will answer you. No problem. I will answer you. But I want मैं जो है ना आपका जो क्या नाम है मैं आपको मोटिवेट करना चाह रहा हूँ, आपके माइंड को करना चाहता हूँ. प्लीज थिंक ऑफ सिनेरियोस. कौन से सिनेरियोस हो सकते हैं? मुझे अभी सही जवाब नहीं मिला अभी तक. I want to trigger your brain. जी बेटा.
सर वैल्यू अपडेट होने के बाद
कौन सी वैल्यू? किस चीज की वैल्यू? वैल्यू किसकी वैल्यू? क्या
Sir, current
सर जो
value.
वेरिएबल हमने
वेरिएबल
ऊपर
की वैल्यू.
जो असाइन की
वेरिएबल की
current
वैल्यू. तो
value
वेरिएबल की
just
वैल्यू वेरिएबल you can store the variable in the register. Doesn't matter. Store that variable in the register. No problem. Your problem will be solved. Why will you use register indirect? Why would you like to put it in memory? Why would you like to put a variable in memory? When you have register, registers are faster. We said it in the previous class that registers are faster. When registers are faster, so why should not you use a register to store a variable? Let's assume a scenario. So I will explain this. Let's assume you have a variable integer a. So if you store this variable, so you can, if you store this in the register, so let's assume if you store this in R5, store in R5, which is our data register. So your problem will be solved. Register is faster. We already said that register is faster. Why we are storing the value in memory? That's a question. Because now
सर क्योंकि रजिस्टर की बहुत स्मॉल स्पेस होती है और बिग डेटा नहीं स्टोर हो सकता.
Yes, you cannot store all the data in the register. So what kind of data structure will you use to store the value in memory? Yes, now very good. Because we have limited registers. How many registers we have in this particular architecture? How many
16.
registers we had? So we had
16.
16 registers. So we have only 16 registers. When we have 16 registers, actually these are limited. These registers are limited. So it means that we want to store larger data in memory. What data structure did you use in C to store large values?
Array.
Very good, very good, very good. Array. That's the question. Now we want to store array in memory. Now we want to store an array in memory. जी बेटा, अब आप आगे बताएं how we can store a value in array.
तो हम पहली
By allotting the address.
एक और
By allotting an address. So now let's assume, okay, now it also depends upon the size of an array. It also depends upon the size of. If the array is small, let's assume if array int A5, A4, if there are 4 locations, you can store all the values in the register. Your problem will be solved. But if the size of the array is too large, if the size of the array is large, so it means that you cannot store all of the values in limited registers. So now let's assume we have an array, integer. How you can define an array? So let's assume this is an array list. and let's assume there are 1000 elements. So now if we are defining an array that is a type of type list, and there are 1000 elements in the array, what is the list? Now what is the list? जी बेटा.
List is array.
List is an array, but actually it is an address. This is an address. What is an address? This is an address of the first element of
First element.
the first element of the array. This is the address of the first element of array. So this is the address of the first element of the array. And where should we store this address? Where should we store this address? जी बेटा बताइए ना. Where should we store this address? There are two different things. One is an address, one is the data. The data is stored in memory. Where should we store this address?
Sir,
Better job here. Huh? So my question
Variable.
is, no, बेटा अभी हमने आर्किटेक्चर पढ़ा है. आर्किटेक्चर को assume कर ले.
Pointer.
No, not pointer. Think of an architecture. We have some address register, we have some data register, we have program counter, we have stack.
Address register.
Address register. So it means that now we can say like this. So list is a list. So list is an address, and we should store that address in the address register. Am I right or not? Did you get my point or not? So
Yes,
now
sir.
let's assume let's assume a scenario. So let's assume a scenario. Let's assume we assume that this integer is of 2 bytes because our architecture is 2 bytes, because we are using a 2-byte architecture. So let's assume this architecture is 2 bytes. So let's assume that we are storing this value in memory. So we are storing this value in memory. Am I right? So this we are storing. And let's assume that the first address is $0010000. How many elements are there in the array?
100.
100 elements. 01002. This is the second address. $1001004, and so forth, so on. And we will move further. $10006, and then 008, then 00A, then 00C, and then 00E, and then 010. You can fill this one. They 001, 001, and all has decimal are in hexadecimal, because I don't have time to draw them. So you can replicate this. Okay. Now, if we want to, now it means that now we want to, the compiler has reserved some memory. So when you write this code, so when you write this code in C, so what does the compiler does? So the compiler will allocate how many locations in memory?
100.
100 locations in memory. Am I right or not? Okay, so it means so let's assume this is the first element. So this is the first element. I call it E0, the first element. This is the second element, E1. This is the third element, E2, E3, E4, E4, E5, E6, E7. Okay, how you can, when the compiler will allocate a value and compiler wants to initialize, बेटा आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir.
जी सर आ रही है।
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now compiler will allocate the memory, and compiler will allocate the location in 100 location in memory, starting at address. Let's assume the address is starting at address. The address is, what is the starting address? $1000. So it means that we would like to initialize an address register with this value. So which addressing mode will we use? आप बताएं. ठीक है? Starting an address and want to store it in A3. How would you do 3? We want to use A3. Which addressing mode will you use?
Register indirect post increment.
No, beta.
Sir, from down to
No, we want to initialize a 100 location in memory.
Immediate register.
Yes, immediate addressing mode. Very good. So we will use immediate addressing mode. So what we can do? We can move it like this. Move A3. We will use move A3. And which value should be initialized? बताइए बेटा. $100. So when we use this instruction, so the A3 will be initialized with the value. What should be the value of A3 now? Am I right or not? And to which location it is pointing?
First.
First element. So it means that we would like to initialize this value with the address of the first element of the array. So now it means that now compiler has allocated 100 elements in the array. What is the 100 element in the array? And the compiler has allocated 100 elements in the array, and the address of the first element is now stored in an address register. So I'm writing in something like this. I'm typing it. So what the compiler? So compiler will allocate 100 elements in the memory. Am I right or not? Compiler
Yes, sir.
will initialize address of the first element, the address of the first element in the address register, any address register, in any of the address register. And what is address register in this particular example? A3. So now A3 after this instruction, now A3 points to the first element of the array. Am I right? Okay, so now what is A3? So what is the address of the first element? What is the address of the first element?
$001,000.
Actually it is list, and it is actually $1000. What is the address of the second element?
$1002.
02 whatever.
Second element. $1002. Let's assume that actually integer take 2 bytes. In this example, we assume that integer take 2 bytes. If integer takes 4 bytes, it will be +4. So, but we assume that it's okay. Actually, and then what is the address of the third element? G. What is the address of the third element?
1004.
What is the address of the fourth element?
006.
Of the fourth element. Actually, it is actually list, and it is actually list plus size of element. Am I right or not? List plus size of element multiply by 2. And it is actually list plus size of element multiply by 3. What is the size of element?
हेक्साडेसिमल.
No, what is the size of element? What is the size of each element? कितने बाइट है यहाँ पे in this example?
2 bytes.
2
2
बाइट.
We assume that it is the 2 byte. If size of the integer, if integer takes 4 bytes, what will be the size of element in this particular example?
4 bytes.
4
4. If the size of integer is 8 bytes, so what will be the address of the second element?
1008
108.
008. So it
16.
depends upon the size of the element. It depends upon the size of the element. So in this particular example, the size of the element, we assume that each element or each data item consists of 2 bytes, requires 2 bytes. So that's the reason that each address is something like that. So okay. So now talking in general. Now what is list? What is list in this example? List is actually the address of the first element. List is actually in this particular example the address of the first element of the array. Okay, so now talking in general, if we say, so what is the address? Okay, now what is the address of the nth element? Nth element. List
Plus size of element steric
size of
n.
size of element
Steric n.
Eric, no. N-1.
N minus
If-
1.
Minus
Because
1.
the fourth element you are
Okay,
using
sir.
3. The third element you are using 2. For the second element you are using 1. समझ आ गई बेटा या नहीं आई?
Yes, sir.
And actually the first element is E0. If you look at it, the first element is E0. That's the reason you are not adding. Okay, so you can also size of elements. So it's also equal to list plus 0. That's the reason that it is actually if you look at this, so actually if it's a list plus 0. That's the reason we are plusing. So actually, if you add 0, it will be 0. That's the reason that if you look at this, the index starts with E0. The first element is E0. The second element is E1, element 1. The third element is E2. Actually, if you remember in C, C++, the index always starts from 0. If you remember that, not from 1.
Yes, sir.
Actually, what will be the last element in this particular example? What will be the last element?
15.
No, there are 100 elements in the array.
Oh, 99, sorry.
E99. What will be the address of E99? What is the address of E99? Address of E99. G. List. The first element. What is the first element? $100 plus size of
2.
element 2
Yes, sir.
multiply by
Into 98.
99.
99.
Sorry, 99, because it is address of E99. E99 is actually which element?
100.
100th element. It is actually the 100th element. That's the reason that we index it with E99. बेटा समझ आ गई या नहीं आई?
आ गई सर.
अच्छा, अब यहाँ पे अब जो है ना, अब ये सारी चीजें मैंने आपको एक्सप्लेन कर दी. आई हैव एक्सप्लेन यू एवरीथिंग. आई हैव एक्सप्लेन यू एवरीथिंग. प्लीज लेट मी नो. आप मुझे ये बताएं. My question is that. So now, when should we use register indirect with post increment? When should we use register indirect with pre decrement? And when should we use register indirect with displacement? अब ये मुझे इसका जवाब दे दें. जी बेटा. आवाज नहीं आ रही. Actually, you are not participating actively. Please think.
सर जब एड्रेस से डेटा पहले मूव करना हो तो पहले मूव करके डेस्टिनेशन पे पहुंचाना हो तो पोस्ट करते हैं, या फिर पहले एड्रेस चेंज करके फिर डेटा पहुंचाना हो तो प्री करते हैं.
इस तरह से ये तो वो बहुत वेग आंसर है. कैन यू एक्सप्लेन अ यूज केस? कोई एग्जांपल आप बता सकते हैं जिसमें हम पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट और प्री डिक्रीमेंट यूज कर सकते हो? कैसी एग्जांपल? आप लोगों ने C++ में कोई कोर्स किए होंगे, आपने सी के लेक्चर्स तो लिए होंगे ना? Can you elaborate an example? Can you elaborate an example in which we can use register indirect with post increment? Can you elaborate an example?
Loops.
Loops, yes, you can use loops, but for what purpose? Can you elaborate an example? We can use it in the loop. Very good. We can use it in the loop. We can use it in the loop. But can you explain an example? What about, think about a scenario. Let's assume there are 100 elements in the array and we want to add all elements in the array. So which addressing mode we will use?
Sir, post.
Post.
Yes, register indirect with post increment. Now let's assume. Actually, what you will do. So now let's assume you have an address. An address is this. So first you will initialize sum to 0. You will initialize sum to 0. You will add this E0, and you will add sum is equal to sum plus E0. Now the new sum is sum plus E0. The next sum will be what? What will be the value of sum? Sum plus E1. Am I right or not? Then you can use this sum is equal to sum plus E2, then sum is equal to sum plus E3. So if you look at this pattern, so what we are doing? First we are fetching the first element, then we are fetching the next element, then we are fetching the next element, then we are fetching the next element. So which addressing mode we will use? आवाज नहीं आ रही बेटा?
Sir, post increment.
Post increment. Because the actually address register will be pointing to address register. Let's assume A2 is pointing to E0, and when you use A2 plus, it will be automatically pointing to E1. When again you use A2 plus, it will be pointing to then E2. When you use plus, it will be pointing to E3, and so forth, so on. So it means that you want to find all the sum of all elements of the array. When you want to find the sum of all elements of the array, so you would like to access each and individual elements of the array. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in which scenario will you use? In which scenario you will use register indirect with displacement address? In which scenario? Can you think of a scenario?
If we have to update a value in array.
No. If we will use the register indirect with displacement only, we are only interested in a single element. Given the address of the first element of the array, we know the address of the first element. But let's assume if we want to say that if we want to access, so when will we use register indirect with displacement? So when we are interested in a single element of the array, single element, not all the elements, single element of the array. For instance, if we want to access, if we want to access the 20th element of the array, 20th element of the array, how will you use it? G.
Multiply with it constant.
Multiply by, okay, so it means 20th element of the array, so it means it is actually E19, if you remember. 20th element will be E19.
Yes,
sir.
What is the size of each element?
2 bytes.
Sir, 2.
Multiply by 2. So actually the offset, what will be the offset now? So the offset will be, if you look at the offset, so the offset will be n minus 1 multiply by size of element. What is n in this particular example? 20th element. So 20 minus 1. And what is the size of element in this particular example? 2.
2.
ठीक है? Am I right or not, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It will be 2. So it will, if you do it like this, if you calculate it, so what will be the offset now? 38.
32. 38.
38. 38. So actually, if you use this address, so actually the offset will be 38, and we want to represent it in hexadecimal. And let's assume we have used the address register A3, so it means A3. Because 38 A3, it will be the 19th element. And you can also do it like this. If you look at this, so actually this address is 0. Let's assume 0. This address is 2. Let's assume this address is 4. This address is 6, and this address is 8. So now the offset is 0. It is the first element. For the second element, the offset is 2. The offset is now 4, and the offset is now 6, and the offset is now 8. This is the offset. So E3. So E3 is actually, if you look at E3. E0, E1, E2, E2 is here, E3 is here. E3 is actually the fourth element. The fourth element. And if you look at the fourth element, so it means 4 minus 1 multiplied by 2. 4 multiplied minus 1 multiplied by 2. What is 4 minus 1? 3. 3 multiplied by 2 is equal to 6. And if you look at the offset is 6. बेटा समझ आ गई या नहीं आई?
आगे सर.
आगे है सर.
ठीक है.